It can be quite frustrating how once you finally begin to see the narcissist for who they are and decide to step away from the circus and free yourself from their games, that you get isolated because other people can't seem to see it. And once upon a time, you were that other person who also couldn't see it. Not only do other people not see it, they also kind of enable it. They turn around and say things like, oh, well, you know what they're like. Well, what did you do? So you still feel like you're the issue while the narcissist continues to exploit and manipulate everyone around you. There are lots of different reasons why we ourselves once didn't recognise a narcissist as the problem and why other people don't recognise the narcissist as the problem. And this is usually down to things such as the narcissist's charismatic charm and their manipulation. Narcissists go all out to sell you an illusion, a facade of who they are as a person, often based on who you are as a person. They mirror you to future fake with you. They can present a very charming and charismatic facade to those around them. They would rather impress a stranger than care for their own family. So even if their family are onto them, the narcissist is busy presenting themselves to strangers as the perfect family member, whether it's a parent or a sibling. They present themselves to others as perfection, as playing the martyr of how hard done to they are by you. People feel sorry for the narcissist. Narcissists come across as likeable and trustworthy to others. The initial impression that a narcissist gives off often overshadows their problematic behaviours. And when they do display their problematic behaviours, they downplay them or they shift the blame onto somebody else, leading to people to underestimate or dismiss the narcissist's true nature. Blame shifting. Narcissistic individuals are highly skilled at shifting the blame onto others, at finding a scapegoat to take the fall for the narcissist's behaviour because they don't want to take responsibility. They feel entitled to do as they please. They see no wrong in their own behaviour. They just see a wrong in other people's perception of their behaviour. So they blame somebody else to get away with their behaviour, making it difficult for those around them to see the narcissist as the problem because they've shifted the blame onto somebody else. Now, with some narcissists, this is just instinctive to shift the blame. With others, it's more calculated and they know exactly what they're doing. A narcissist will often accuse others of the very issues that the narcissist themselves created, which confuses and manipulates people. Not only do they accuse other people, they set people up. So a narcissist will happily cheat on their partner and move straight in with somebody else before the other person even realises what's happening. Yet the narcissist will accuse the ex of being the alcoholic, the drug addict, of being jealous, of being bitter, of being obsessed. So it seems like the narcissist was trying to escape the ex rather than the narcissist is the issue and the ex needed to escape the narcissist. Narcissists also use a lot of isolation tactics. So they will frequently distance people. So they will take you away from your friends and your family. Yet they do it in a way where they tell your friends and family that you're the one that's struggling, and the narcissist plays the martyr of just how much they're there for you, just how much they're helping you. So even when your friends and family can't quite see and it just feels wrong, but the way the narcissist is showing things seems like that they're being incredibly helpful. Narcissists go all out to create diversions and to spread misleading information so that they can make it harder for other people to recognise the behaviours, and they make it incredibly difficult for people to come together and discuss what the narcissist has done so that people can recognise the pattern of behaviour with all those within the narcissist's life. Narcissists have a way of intimidating you and threatening you, either covertly or overtly. So you fear that retaliation, and other people also fear that retaliation. People who confront or challenge a narcissist often end up fearing the emotional backlash, the silent treatments, the rage. Narcissistic individuals can be extremely vindictive, extremely aggressive. So they can come on strong with the over intimidation and threats, or they can just go all out and damage your reputation and gossip about you. And this often leads others to avoid conflict because they can potentially see what's happened to you and they don't want it to happen to them. So they'd rather stand by the narcissist than risk becoming a target themselves. Cognitive dissonance. Those who have invested emotionally in relationships with narcissistic individuals often find themselves struggling with that cognitive dissonance because the narcissistic individual can treat you so well, so you recognize that sort of good side in them, which is all an act. They act kind to manipulate you. Only you live that experience with them, so you believe that's who they can be. Yet, when it comes to their toxic behaviours, they downplay these, they deny these, they blame somebody else. So we end up in that sort of state of mind where our beliefs aren't matching our reality, but it's easier to match our beliefs that they're a genuine person than to face reality of just how incredibly toxic and harmful they are. There can also be that social proof and influence where narcissists go all out to surround themselves with a network of enablers to validate their behaviour and flying monkeys to come after you or come after others that dare to stand up to them. Narcissists are the masters of manipulation. Anyone who dares to stand up to them, they play the poor abused victim and turn people against the person who dared to stand up to the narcissist. When others see the narcissists are supported by a group of influential people, they often become influenced into aligning with the narcissist rather than becoming the scapegoat and being outcast, which is usually what happens in family units. Everyone sort of goes along with the narcissistic individual because everyone else has been blamed, so it's never the narcissist's fault. They can be charming and treat certain family members very well. They play family members off against each other so that people dislike each other. People can fear retaliation because they've seen the scapegoat stand up to the narcissist and what happens. And the narcissist pins all the blame on that scapegoat, and the scapegoat gets outcast and is isolated and blamed and shunned and shamed. So even when people can see the narcissist as the problem, they can find it incredibly difficult to stand up to the narcissist. And more often than not, one of the biggest factors that makes it so people can't see the narcissist as the issue is a lack of awareness. Many people don't fully understand narcissistic behaviour or its impact, and without that awareness, without the signs or the effects of narcissism, without having the knowledge of these things, we misinterpret the narcissist's actions or believe them to be normal, or we justify them or we excuse them, just like those now who don't see certain narcissistic individuals as the problem. We attribute their behaviours to external factors because we can all be stressed, we can all have our feelings hurt, we can all need a moment of alone time, we can all fall silent, we all have those capabilities. With a narcissist, it's that repeat pattern of behaviour, and as we lack the awareness, people don't always see the narcissist as the problem. Anything you notice as to why you perhaps once didn't see the narcissist as the problem, or other people can't see the narcissist as the problem, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon if anyone would like to take a look at those. There is the book on how to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries, such as narcissistic individuals. The hilarious and horrifying narcissistic memes and their meanings, which is the relatively new book, which is the memes and quotes that I've shared over social media and the meanings behind those. There is the Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, which is all about the personality disorder itself and their behaviours and the effects that it has on you. Then there is Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, a guided journal for empowerment and recovery, which is less about reading and more about journaling and self-awareness and acknowledgement and emotional healing and rebuilding your identity. And then there is 15 Laws to deal with narcissistic people, how to stay sane and break the chain if you cannot go no contact with a narcissistic individual. If anyone is interested in any of those, they are all available on Amazon. Thank you very much for watching. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.